In my flower beds and in my actual lawn, I have this weed coming through that I had thought at one point was an ornamental grass, but I soon found out was a weed called nutsedge. The issue with nutsedge is, even if you pull it out by the root, it will not prevent it from coming back. Nutsedge has little seeds underneath the soil that shoot up into this weed, and will even cut through weed fabric on its way to the surface. As you can see, the nutty seeds don't come up when you pull the weed. One of the biggest issues is that this is causing me to need to mow my lawn much more frequently due to how fast and thick the nutsedge grows compared to regular grass. You can see here the area that the nutsedge is growing, and then watch how much faster that area of the lawn grows compared to everything else. So while most of the lawn is at a moderate height, the part closest to the camera is tall enough where it's now time for another mow. So to control the nutsedge, I'm going to have to spray it down, and the product that I'm going to try first is this Ortho Nutsedge Killer. This is a very easy to use spray that you just attach to your garden hose and spray the area with the nutsedge. When I first started spraying, I wasn't sure if I was using it right because the level of liquid in the bottle didn't look like it was going down right away, but I think I was just a bit impatient because after a few minutes I noticed the level going down. I was impressed with how easy it was to use. But what was more impressive to me was how fast it worked. So it's only been a few days, but you can see it really looks like it has worked. I sprayed the area, and now that sedge weed is dying. Now that I have this dead patch, I'm going to try to replace it with grass. First, by tilling up the dead yard with this hand tiller. And then, I'm going to be passing over the area with a seed spreader. Finally, I'm going to be making sure that I water the area every day. And after about a week, I was able to see some growth from the new seed. Well, I've been watering the lawn and it's been raining, and I actually got some good growth for the new grass starting to come through. You can start to see it poking through these small little strands. And about 4 days after that, it was tall enough that the tallest strands got trimmed when mowing the lawn. Okay, it's been several weeks and some of the nutsedge has now come back. You can see some here, some around here. It's not a lot, but now I'm ready for a second layer. And after I do my second layer of the nutsedge spray, I'm also going to come back and plant some more grass seed over some of the areas that didn't come in as well. It's not a lot, but just some touch up that I'll do. So I'll reattach the spray bottle, put it in the on position, and begin soaking the areas that have the new nutsedge growth so that it soaks into the seeds. Once I'm done with that, I'll grab my hand tiller again and loosen up the soil that didn't get grass growth. I don't mind working in damp or slightly rainy conditions because it really makes breaking up the soil a lot easier. When I come back to add seed, I'm just going to add it by hand. The area is smaller this time around, no need for a spreader. Then finally, I'll mix the soil again after I've dropped some seed into place. Okay, the next product I'm going to try to use is this sedge hammer. And this is a powder that you pour into a sprayer with 1 gallon of water and just spray in areas that have the nutsedge. So this is going to be for places where I can't reach with the garden hose. I can just go around and spray this across the yard. So now I can go to the areas far away and spray them with some of this. Okay, it's been 5 days since I spread the sedge hammer, and we can see that it is working, but not quite as fast as the Ortho product that I sprayed earlier. But you can definitely see that it's killing some of this. Could just be the amount of volume that was in the ortho versus the spray can just gets less of the material. It is working, just not as fast. Okay, and it's been about 10 days since I've planted the second round of grass seed closer to the edging there. And we can see it's just starting to come through now, but it is coming through. So I figure in a few more days this is going to be looking really good, and we have no more of the sedge nut weed coming through. Okay, it's been 5 days since the last update, and the new grass is coming in now. It's still a little thin and sparse, but it is October. It's a good time to grow grass, but it's not going to grow fast at this point. I've even mowed the lawn once, and now that the nutsedge is out and we have grass here, it makes mowing the lawn a lot easier because the grass grows consistent at the same rate, and I don't have to do it every week anymore. And now the nutsedge that survived the first spray down is dead now. You can see it's dead here. Everywhere it used to be. So the new grass is poking out. I'll try to keep it watered, but it looks like that this transition has worked out successfully. After going through this, I really think that the ortho spray worked really well, and would use it again if I ever needed to spray again. The sedge hammer worked well for me, but didn't work as fast, but did make it easy to pinpoint problem areas without being connected to a hose. I'll link both these products in the description below. I hope this video helps you if you're in a similar situation.